Alright. We're back. A lot faster than I anticipated. But after last stream, I did check a few things, and I've realized, A, I forgot a few things. B, I obviously want to do the best of evil, so there's that. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna grind a bit off stream, you know, kind of in a way to a point where I can, like, just get most side quests done. So I, you know, can show stuff on stream, which is what I like to do, you know. I'm still not 100%ing the game, but as close to it as I can. And for that, I will do something that might sound a bit silly, but I need to set an alarm. Wait for... So what have I done? First off, we are a lot higher leveled now. 57 is a bit. I have also acquired most skills for Jonathan and most spells for Charlotte. At least those that we can or I could acquire by either grinding some enemies or by purchasing them. I also did get a lot of money and bought a lot of stuff. And did, as I said, some grinding, mostly in a way to, like, already meet quest requirements, so that we can just, you know, get them nicely one by one by one, which is always lovely. I also found my new favorite spell for Charlotte, which is the Explosion. Utterly ridiculous, that thing. Alright, let's go. First off, I've mastered a javelin, which took me forever. I never want to do that again. Uncut spear received. We've defeated a total of 3,000 enemies. The undead killer. I've collected the 5 cards. I will quickly show you what enemies they drop by. It's not the thing. Just for, you know, thing's sake. Let's see if I can actually find them. Where are they? So Killer Clown drops the Joker, which is probably one of the easiest ones to get. I think Capelia drops one, or it doesn't. I'm not sure anymore because it doesn't state it does, so that makes me kind of confused now. One card is dropped by the giant tree enemy. I actually, you would really think that 2 days ago is not that far away, but I actually cannot remember what all of the enemies are that drop the maps. Oh yeah, Nyx also drops one. Yorick drops another one, and I think those are all of them? I think? Pretty sure. Yeah. So that's where you get them. They don't take too long to drop them, actually. It's kind of easy, so... you should be able to find a beehive somewhere. We have a beehive. New York steak. That is dropped by an enemy, which is really annoying, but easily done. Maximum HP. Nice. Come to me when the shorthand of the Great Clock points to 12. That's why I set an alarm, so I can come back here at 12 p.m? At noon. There's a ghost that hopes to hear the performance in the classroom in the underworld. Grant his wish. Yeah, that one we need to find. And pray before the cross. We also need to find that. Mental training I think we can do right now because we just need a lot of int for that, and I think we have enough int? Yeah, we have enough. More than enough int. There we go. Max MP increased.
This is your training.
And now he wants 100 MND. I don't know what MND stands for. Mind? Maybe? Probably? Educated guess here. Go.
You're back. Well done.
MP increase. Sweet. And that's 100 con. I don't know how to do that actually. Probably equip stuff. I guess. That raises con. That raises con the most actually. I think that also raises con by a little. Some with more maybe. Oh, that does not look great. I can buff his con by 15, but that's about it. Maybe there's a weapon that gives con. That might actually be. Hold on. I'm 1 point off. No! Really? Oh, no, we got it. Okay, now I can just like use the con boost. Charlotte, and there we go. Sweet. Bring me Tome of Arms, page 1 and 2. They're missing. Yeah. So these 2 pages we find in the Nest of Evil, so that's kind of where we want to go anyway. That is kind of cool. I'm gonna re-equip my good stuff though. Because defense is still key. And yeah, wait, what are you gonna do now?
You're back.
Right, Lonely Stage and Pray Before the Cross. Right, Cross one we can do. Cross one we actually want to do because I've realized there's still a lot of map stuff we don't have. Talking about maps, I found the last missing room in this castle, which was there was one room down here, and there was some stuff up here, and right here. It's like this little thing up here. That was the last missing room in the main castle. Actually, kind of difficult to find if you are like actively looking for it. But hey, now this area is 100%. But a lot of the other areas don't have, so that's also what we're gonna try and go for now. So Cross should be in 13th Street, which I think is also missing a few. Actually, check. Yeah. It's also missing a few areas that we still need to get. So here's hopes I still have the upsetting enough. I do not have that tab still open on my phone. There we go. Cookies. Wonderful. Alright. Let's go. And you can also shuffle Explosion. Because it is quite the fun spell. I think it auto-targets, and it's super quick as well. The only problem is it does elemental damage, so that's... Well, combos certainly won't cause my enemies to go up in flames, that's for sure. Yeah, and it's also rather quick, which is really nice. Obviously, Lightkeeper probably not the best enemy to show this off. As they are kind of resistant to... Ah, on it. Boom. And I got myself poisoned! Of course I do. Lovely. Poison. There we go. Poison really does a lot of damage, because I think it's like percent based. Which makes it really unfun to deal with, but hey. Ow. That hit my face. That's a bit mean. Alright, that's the first secret area done. Technically, I could have just used the teleporter to go all the way back to the cross. But again... We are a bit on a mission after all. Ow. Okay. You know what? Screw you. I've also realized you can kill these red enemies. Like, you can actually completely kill them with the Sanctuary spell. Second one? I was about to say, there is a second one, I know it. Okay, they're actually too fast for Explosion to hit them. That's kind of bullshit. Screw you. There we go. No, come on. Should be somewhere underneath here. So I say it's probably right where I put the carriage. There we go. So done. The nice thing is Explosion just hits. Again, aside from enemies being too fast, apparently. But I can't imagine this being quite the nice spell against some bosses. Oh dear God. How did you two survive? God damn. Resilient little ones. Okay, and then there are like two more little rooms. I like both at the very end. Ow, right, they respawn, I forgot. Technically also, since we now beat the main story, I'm technically no longer locked into Charlotte, but I will try to do as much as possible with her. After grinding a bit, which I mainly did with Jonathan, I have to say, it's so much more comfortable playing as him. Because that way you can just like use Charlotte as a buff bot in the back and call her in whenever you need her. Which actually means all of her like spells that provide buffs are all of a sudden like actually useful. Which in the normal circumstances, like, they aren't. Because I'm not gonna, you know, buff myself up and then switch around in the menu and ugh. And I think this doesn't even work. Because I'm pretty sure it kind of just removes any buffs from you when you go into the menu. So yeah, there's very little incentive to have her be the main character, so to say, which is a shame because go dude. Go away, please. I think it should be in this room. It is. Ha! Shaman ring. And then let's go to where we actually want to go. Nope. Oh dear. Let's just rush through, you know. Go. Ow. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, that's a bit. There we go. Wait, isn't the cross not... I'm stupid. This is kind of upsetting now. Meteor strike, please. Kill them. Thank you. I am really just getting hit by everything. Oh god. So it turns out it's on the other street level. Which that's embarrassing. Just a little bit. I mean, I needed to go here anyway, so in that sense, we didn't waste too much time. Because of map completion, but it's still a bit, you know, it's a bit awkward. Just a tiny bit. Wait, actually, I can just, like, walk into them. You know what, at that point, I might as well go for the other map completion thing first. Because why the hell not? Because we've also missed a bit in here. Yep, 99%. Academy. So that one go here and that. I mean, it's another one of those rooms you could be able to like easily find when you know what you're looking for, and when you like, you know, take the mirror image of the Dark Forest. Also, this is by the way the room where you can easily grind, because Charlotte's Explosion just kills these two Minotaurs and they give up EXP. They also drop a lot of very, very nice items. That give you a lot of gold if you sell them. I have spent a lot of time in that room. And actually I need to look at the map here. Oops. Ow. And I think if you only use like one charge of explosion, it does not kill the Minotaurs immediately. Which is perfect, because that kind of sets you up for killing them with the sub-weapon from Jonathan. Which then kind of allows you to... oh boy. I was kind of hoping I still have the needles equipped. Come on. Go. This is like, without a doubt, the best move against these guys. Because there's very little they can do about it. And there's also how you, like, grind their, grind their items up. No, there. Aha! Divine Storm. Explosion really does make life easier. Just being able to remotely blow up anything in your path. It's kind of really good. God, why is he so slow? Oh, but it slows the wear. Oh. Oh, okay. Disgusting. I also, by the way, don't know where this, like, fabled ghost is supposed to be. That the one quest mentions, so you're just gonna probably have to look that up, but that's fine. Maybe it's in here? I mean, that looks like it. It's a piano, right? Ghost that hopes to hear a performance in a classroom. Indiana will grant him his wish. Now, what would a performance be? I wonder. Maybe, is that a performance? Do you have something that leads itself to performance? I might actually have to look that one up real quick. Because obviously I prepare for a lot of stuff, but not for that one particularly. The lonely stage. Lonely stage. You want to scroll? No, you don't know how to scroll? That's great. Where is it? Lonely stage. Apparently you just have to wait? Oh! You actually just had to wait. Huh. Okay, cool. Take it. Making my life easier, I absolutely take it. God, I've been in this room too many times. Okay, get me out of here. Ow. Also, I think in terms of maps, this means aside from the... Yep, aside from Nest of Evil, we have everything now. Let's go. Very sweet, very nice. Yep. Also, I did think I mentioned about like a piece of content that I pretty sure remember doing last time I played this game, but I haven't found this time around. I now know where it is, and we're gonna do that once I'm done with a few more side quests. Just to keep everything a tiny bit organized. I think the cross should be in here then. Wait, is it though? Where is the cross? I'm pretty sure it's not... I'm pretty sure it's in 13th Street. I mean, I'd rather look at it before I, like, run around for the next, like, 20 minutes. Yeah, the cross is in 13th Street. What am I doing? How did I miss it? Unless it just like despawns for some odd reason. Well, this is embarrassing now.
You're back. Well done.
Defeat 100 different kinds of enemies. So that means essentially kill zombies 100 times.
Well done.
Then all of the Vampire Hunter skills, right. So that means you need to have every single skill Jonathan can obtain to fulfill this quest, which we should, like, get about right now, if I'm not very bad at this game again. Pretty sure it was all the way down where we fought that demon, right? Was it not? Okay, let's try that again. Wait, I think I know where it might be. In which case I wasn't super far off, but just not quite. So I think it's like through here and then down there. Yeah. There we go. Ow. What really messes with my head is like the expectations of what enemies do. Because those ghost snipers are such a common enemy in Dawn of Sorrow and appear so early on, in my head they're always like, oh, they are easy, they don't do much damage. And then here they're just like late game enemies that do a lot. So that's a fun little Castlevania thing that I'm not sure if that happens to other people as well, but it happens to me quite a lot. It's like my expectation of what enemies do comes from the games I've played the most, and therefore I very often get caught off guard when all of a sudden they behave different or, you know, have a significant change in the amount of damage they do. Same goes the other way around. If there's an enemy that's usually like a very late game enemy that usually does a lot of damage, I'm gonna be a lot more careful around them, even if they appear very early on in a different game and are significantly nerfed. It's just how that goes. Alright. Well, that was an embarrassing detour.
You're back. Well done.
Learned the cross, and because we've learned the cross now, we have now all skills for Jonathan.
Well done.
Which means he gets to steal a sword. Masters 3 of those moves. Cross, Holy Water, Bible. So I've mastered Holy Water and Bible. I'm not sure if I want to master Cross. If I'm not correctly, it gives us a like one of those duo attack thingies.
I'm counting on you.
So yeah, and now with Charlotte, we also have to learn all of her spells. But one of her spells is tied to the time quest, and one of them is tied to an enemy that we haven't found yet, that we can't access yet, and then another one is tied to, I think, another quest?
You're back.
So, yeah. Let's quickly see. So yeah, okay, this is kind of what I was fearing. Cross also needs 2k points to master, which is really not fun. That's not Jonathan. So I might not do this now, but I'm quickly gonna show how I would go about this. Because there is a pretty good area to find this kind of stuff. Which does help quite a lot. because, as I've already mentioned, it is the Minotaur room, and there's a bit of a strategy to it. It kind of depends on what level you are and like what your stats are and everything. But you can just like easily TP there, which is a pretty nice thing to be able to do. And just go. Actually, how much damage does this do? Very little. Great. So you want to hit them with Explosion 1, then for some reason it equips me with a different... Oh yeah, because I changed the weapon, right? Hit them with the whip 1, and then, you know, hit them with the sub-weapon once or twice, and that usually kills them. And because I have the Master's Ring, which increases the amount of points I get 40 per, like... $40 per going in, and also the weapon they drop is the one you can sell for really good money. I love it when they jump over it, that's fun. So yeah, that's... It is quite the tedious task, but it kind of works. Also, they drop a weapon a lot now. Great. I think I sat here yesterday for an hour and they didn't drop one. That's fantastic. But yeah, this also not only gives you a lot of the skill points, like we're already at 280 now, but it also gives you a ton of EXP, and thanks to the weapon drop, also a ton of money. Which is obviously very, very nice. And, I mean, the thing is, at lower levels, you might need to, like, hit them twice with your whip, or even the full charge of Charlotte's explosion doesn't kill them. That's embarrassing. Ugh. So yeah, you're quite quick when it comes to that. Also, the nice thing is there is a safe room rather nearby. Just gonna wait until they jump. Yeah, there you go. So once you run out of MP, you know, you can go in here. You can kill a lot of the imps as well. You know, for some additional mastery points. Kill the witch. That's another like 12 points. You know, kind of for free. Now, if you know how to manipulate the imps, kind of, you can get all of them rather easily. I mean, they only are worth like 1 point, but thanks to the mastery ring, it's 2. Which does significantly speed up the process. I'm actually kind of contemplating of just doing this now, because... Yeah, now it doesn't even need to hit on the return, which is nice. Also, sub-weapons get continuously stronger the more points they have. So, the longer you do this, the more it actually, like, the quicker it goes as well. Which is really nice. Oops. Hello. And again, the only thing that's really annoying is, like, running out of MP. If we look at it... Yeah, okay, we're nearly already halfway done. You know what? We're just gonna do this real quick. So we have that quest completed as well. Just because it's like 40 per every time I go in there. And there's a few more for the imps. A few more for the witch. Don't have to save here because... There's also something inherently satisfying killing a bunch of imps. Not gonna lie, that's kind of good. I like that. Also, you're probably gonna get a level up here as well again. Yeah, you see, it already went from like 45 damage to like around 55. There's like 1 more damage every time I go in here, which is... just goes to show how quick this levels up, actually. Well, that was the wrong button. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's what I did yesterday, like, most of my afternoon. And honestly, there is something about grinding in Castlevania that does not make me mad. Like, I actually kind of enjoy doing that. There's something a bit therapeutic to it, you know? Weirdly enough. Yeah, 1-3. So if we do it like 2 more times, we're done here. But I do very much recommend getting the Mastery Ring before you like actively start to grind Jonathan's skills. Oh. Because 1 Mastery Ring just increases the amount of SP you gain from an enemy killed by 100%. And that speeds up the process like a lot. I mean, the Mastery Ring is expensive. It is like 200k, but if you just go in here for a few levels, you will have enough. I mean, I've got a total of 400k yesterday, I think, just from these weapon drops alone. Sometimes they also drop like a ring, which is worth an additional like 7k. The imps drop a trident every now and then, which is not worth a lot, but a little bit. So it like helps. Speeding up the money grinding process, which is very nice. Alright, and we should be nearly done. Yeah, 200 more. Well, I just missed everything, that's great. Oh, I don't have them. There we go. Hit all of them, let's go. I'm not gonna save because that's a waste. God, it's so satisfying when it just like comes back and crashes through all of them. I love it. And the nice thing is now I can also show like what it looks like if you master a sub-weapon. This is probably though the most grindy aspect of the game. I mean, I like the idea. It's like, you know, you use a certain sub-weapon a lot, therefore it gets stronger. Kind of cool, but it... Right, so you get the master text, and then usually it gets bigger or does more damage or whatever. It changes a bit in animation. Ow. But yeah. So I guess kind of nice, really, for the like the main playthrough. But the fact that like some quests are tied to having mastered specific sub-weapons is kind of a bit not great. Mainly because it like forces you to grind it out, and like if you're lucky, you have already done it, and if you're unlucky, you haven't, and then you just sit there for like an hour or two. Grinding these sub-weapons out, and it's really not that fun. You know, if you can't combine it with, like, money and EXP grind, it's, not great.
You're back. Excellent.
So we now have Grand Cruise. And... Huh, would you look at that. No more new side quests appear.
I'll make you a deal.
Now the cool thing what we can do is we can sell... I saw it. Please. And like they are 10k per piece, so you
Thank you.
do get quite a lot out of them. Alright, so let's think. What do I want to do? We could do a bit of the Nest of Evil, actually. No, we're doing the thing I've missed. And that absolutely is gonna kill me. And this now also will be the part that would have broken my Charlotte run. Because we actually have to go in with Jonathan alone. Because after you have this few discussions with Wind and his daughters, what you can do is talk to them. Are you prepared to unlock the power of the vampire killer? I am, and I'm scared. You will have to face this challenge alone. Are you sure about this? Begin preparations. Miss Charlotte, please stand back. Yeah. I shall now incarnate the last memory of the Belmonts inhibiting the whip. Fight the memory and defeat it, and make the whip recognize you as its rightful owner. Once you do that, you'll be able to trigger the whip's true power. Oh boy. Yup! Whip's memory. We're essentially fighting a Belmont. Oh dear. Yeah, you really want to kind of have a whip for this, I think, because the... being able to, like, downward... Oh dear, hello. Does a lot of damage, man. Yeah, it's a good rhythm we have. Oh, I love it when you get bosses into a rhythm. It's actually surprisingly hard to hit the whip diagonally down. Oh, I've... Ow. I could probably do this without potion, but I'm gonna risk it. Also, the flame whip actually does damage. Last time I did this, I remember doing like no damage at all to him, and it taking me forever. How? Okay. Okay, you really need to like stay away from him. Nice. Okay. Whew. So it's probably a lot harder if you do it with way fewer levels, as is usually intended. Ah, you have returned. You seem to be in one piece. Well, how did it go? How's the vampire killer? No problem. Its power's pretty scary, though. Looks like the legends about it weren't lying. I know, don't overuse it. I'll try my best. And we'll be with you. You'll be fine. Yeah, and I think now... the vampire killer actually does damage. Sweet! Whoop. Yeah, that fight probably a lot more difficult. I also think... wait, we can, I think, check the enemy log. Snaps. That's not what I meant to do. Whip Summary. Yeah, so, obviously, 5k HP. A bit. Yeah, so I think the first time I tried to beat this with, like, the Rose Whip, and the Rose Whip does, like, no damage to him. Also, again, level difference. Yeah. But I actually completely forgot that this... like, I remembered there was a fight against Richter. Which that was Richter Belmont, but I didn't know how to get to it. I thought it was a painting. It wasn't.